Hi Johnny, how are you today?
I'm okay.
So we're just having our first meeting just to touch base on how things are with you, things that you might want to look into, and how we can help you. Is that fine?
Yeah, it's good. Sounds good.
Yep. So is there anything that you want to start off in particular with?
Not really. I've just been having some real difficulties in my schooling and my home life and on a social level as well.
Yeah. So is there anything that might be influencing that on a whole?
I'd have to say like the drugs, like my drug taking,
Yeah.
is really affecting my life at the moment in all of those areas I mentioned.
Yeah. So what drugs are you taking?
I'm taking a combination of like cannabis, regular user of cannabis, benzos as well. I've been taking them for the last 6 weeks, and on top of that, like just regular alcohol consumption.
And has this increased over time as maybe things have seemed to have gotten worse for you?
It's been a gradual increase over the last 3 months or so.
From what, maybe weekends to every day?
Very irregular use to gradually growing to like daily use.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what in particular, you said that school was part of the reason why you started using. What's going on there?
I'm not going to school. I think that's the problem. I just like the motivation. I just spend most of my time sleeping. I'm just late, and I've just got zero interest, which is a real shame.
Why is that?
Because I've got goals. I've got ambitions. I've always had ambitions to go to university, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. My performance at school's just been really, really awful, particularly in maths and science, which I need to do well in. So
yeah,
that's a problem.
So it's good that you can acknowledge that there's areas of improvement for you. So in that regards, are there anything else to do with school that might be putting pressure on you or making you exacerbate that social phobia?
I guess we mentioned social phobia. I think it's that, and I think it's the drugs, and I think it's the depression that I'm suffering, and I'll admit that, and the anxiety.
Yeah.
And I think they're all combining to make things really difficult for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you spoken to maybe a school counsellor about this, or a guidance counsellor, or even your teachers?
No, I haven't, but I'd like to get the ball rolling, and I'd like to make some changes.
Yeah. And do you have like a positive group of friends at school that you've been able to rely on at all?
No, I think that's like another problem as well, that like whatever, I only have a few friends, well, I only had a few friends, and I've sort of driven them away with my drug use and the problems that go along with that sort of behaviour, and I just don't have much I've lost that social connection.
So when you're substance using, is that on your own, or are there other people that you've done that with in the past, or not at all?
No, not at all. It's just been something. They're not into that scene, and I am into it, I suppose. I hate to say it, but I am, and I'm embarrassed about it, but I want to make some changes. So
yeah.
Yeah.
So in that regards, what kind of goals do you think that you could set yourself in when we look at this treatment plan? Because it's all about things that you want to achieve, that you find are important in your life. So what could be things that we look into?
I'd like to take up like tennis.
Yeah, because you'd mentioned
tennis, that. Yeah, tennis is something really close to my heart. I grew up playing the sport, and I've had no drive to continue practicing or playing, and
yeah,
all my time's been going into like my drug use and sleeping away my days, and movies as well. I used to like watching movies and DVDs.
Yeah.
And, tennis especially. I'd like to get back into the tennis.
Yeah. I guess that'd be really good in a sense of socially, that you'd be able to get back out there and start meeting people again.
Absolutely. Yeah, that'd be ideal, but it's not a perfect world, and I'm not a perfect person, and but that's why I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm acknowledging that, and I want to move forward.
Yeah. What about the drugs and alcohol? Because you said that you definitely want to stop that. I think that's a really important step for you. Because you said that it's affecting almost every aspect of your life.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe looking into getting an AOD worker and finding activities that you can do that substitute alcohol and drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does that sound like a good idea?
I'm willing to try anything at
Yeah.
the moment. Yeah, because I'm desperate to change.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe even looking at speaking to your careers advisor at school about
Yeah, I mean
options.
that's another possibility too.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I have not been using all the resources at my disposal
Yeah.
up until this point.
Yeah.
But I'll get the ball rolling with your help as well.
Yeah. Well, it's a really good first step in the right direction, and we'll write up a treatment plan for you with just a few of those topics that we've already spoken about, and with your help, we'll make those changes.
Thanks very much for your time. Thank
That's
you.
okay. Thank you.